everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ideally, though.
Delivo.
I'm your host, Erica, and with me is my hubby, my bestie, my butter bitch squad.
What up, yo? Yeah.
We are at the end of August,
Yeah.
going into, I don't know. So I think some states consider September fall, but it don't really get fall until
That's like the
end of October going
that's like
into
Michigan
November.
and them up there.
Probably where they start getting some cooler weather.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it kind of rained the last couple of days.
Yeah, but it was hot rain.
Hot
It was
rain.
hot, warm rain.
I just saw the rain from out the window. I didn't even go outside.
Yeah,
So.
I was in it for a little bit. It
Yeah.
was just hot rain. That's all it was. And we get those, you know what I mean? We
Yeah.
get those a little bit. But like you said, we are at the end of August, and it feels like this year has just blown by, yo.
I've been seeing a lot of freaking people like getting engaged lately. I just saw like French Montana got like engaged to some kind of Dubai like princess or something.
Good for him. Good for him.
And then I saw Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. They just got engaged. They announced their engagement.
Oh, damn.
It's so weird because with them, I like turn on Amazon and I'm like, why are they plastered like as like the homepage?
Oh, are they really?
How do you get that deal?
That's crazy.
Yeah, how do you get that deal where you're like,
there's a lot of Taylor Swift fans, man. She might be the closest. Her and Beyonce are like the closest things to Michael Jackson that there ever could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In all honesty,
I love Taylor Swift.
I mean,
I would go to a concert. I don't know if I'll pay for it right now, but like if somebody was like, "Oh, you want to go to Taylor Swift concert?" I would go.
Yeah,
yeah. I would.
I mean, I know the song with Kendrick on it.
I know, and that's probably
and maybe like one more. What was that? No, I don't know any. Shake It Off, maybe is that one that she sings?
Yeah.
Okay, see that I know that.
I know surprisingly, I know a lot of Taylor Swift.
That's
songs.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
A lot of them.
Yeah, completely out of my wheelhouse. But I don't like. It's not like it's unfamiliar to understand that like no, she's big as shit. I mean, especially if you said she's plastered over Amazon. That's crazy.
Okay, and then like she came out as country, but it's more like country pop in a sense. So she got to be able to get like multiple like fans, you know, because like country fans are big.
Yeah, she crossed over.
Yeah, pretty well. It was just like a smooth. It wasn't even a crossover. It was like, hey, I'm country, but I'm pop. I thought she was pop at first, but then I saw her with the guitar.
Oh, is that just like her thing?
I don't know if that's a genre of music. It's like country pop or pop country or whatever. That's how I feel like she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've only heard pop things though, so that's I couldn't imagine.
She's country.
I couldn't imagine the country stuff because the only thing I've ever heard on like TV and commercials or whatever the fuck is the pop stuff. I guess.
I think they put her under the category country. I don't know if they even
Really?
I think so.
Wild. Yeah, no, I'm not a Taylor Swift anything. I don't know much about her at all. So you're kind of blowing my brain with all this information. Like, I mean, I guess it makes sense as to why she's as big as she is.
You know, just speaking of like singers, I remember talking to you, I think a couple of days ago about the like Tamar Braxton. So like,
yes,
she had this like cryptic. I don't even know if it was cryptic, but she said on her Instagram page, like her stories, that she had woke up in a pool of like her own blood with like teeth missing. And this came a day before, or sorry, the day after she was seen with Funky Dineva, which I didn't even know they were friends. You know, he's like, he does like, I don't want to say he's like, I mean, he does the news, but he's more like, he has his own little, you know, YouTube channel and stuff like that. He used to be with like Claudia Jordan and them when they had their own like little set.
Does he cover like drama and things?
Yeah, I think he's more like that. But I knew that they never really liked each other. So it was surprising for his birthday last weekend that he had her with him when he was going out to the club and partying. So the next day, you know, when she kind of puts that on there, everybody's like, what the hell happened? So he takes to his YouTube and says like, listen, I don't know what that lady was doing. And that's kind of like his phrase. He don't say that lady. But he like, I don't know what happened with that lady. She texted me the day after my birthday and was like, hey, I need Dr. Heavenly's phone number because I'm missing 4 teeth.
Oh, Dr. Heavenly is crazy. Everybody's like so intermingled.
Yeah, because it's Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then she never texts back. So a lot of people were, which was gross, they were speculating like maybe he drugged her. So he's like for the last week just been trying to like clear
Clear
his
his
name. And it's
name.
like, listen, I don't know what
That's
that lady was
terrible.
doing.
The internet will
Yeah.
fucking internet in the wrong places at the wrong times. Just good God, that's
And
terrible.
there's drama right now on Love and Hip Hop with Yandy and Mendici, right?
Okay.
And it intertwined with that because it's Atlanta. So people were speculated because they saw Tamar, quote unquote, allegedly hugged up with Mendici in the club. And
Oh
then the next
no.
day, there's this thing. We don't
Didn't
know.
he
Yeah, he
just
did
get out,
anything.
big dog?
We
Like,
don't know. No, he been out for a minute.
really?
But I'm just saying, he was in.
Okay.
But the people think Yandy did something. But a couple days ago, I guess Funky had posted saying that he talked to her because she just posted this EP album short film. She just random. We haven't heard from all week, and then she posts this like weird EP announcement project for her new
Is she
EP.
going through another one of those mental things that she's had
She's
before?
I don't know. She's calling this EP the Heartbreak Retrograde, and it has Mendici on it as her like starring love interest. And I was like, I think it made us more confused. We were like, hold on. So was the pool of blood thing like a lie? Was that a lie?
This all feels like a
Right.
rollout
It was just
now.
like right because the Braxton's new show
Yeah.
is coming out and she's trying to roll that out. So people are like, so did you lie about the whole pool of blood thing just so like is this a PR stunt?
Yeah, it feels like a
And
rollout.
Funky Dineva's pissed because he's like
You
you
besmirched
rolled
my
this
name.
yeah, because like he's in it, his mom like Tamar's mom's in it. So he was like, was this for that? And
Yeah.
and if it was like, why didn't you clear my name?
Yeah, you
Like
besmirched me
yeah, like
completely.
you've been sitting for a week now, just allowing me people to say I drugged you,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then you roll out the EP, which I'm in, and it makes it feel like that was what that was. So he doesn't even know if that was real.
Yeah.
But she comes out and says that she was in the hospital. She just after the day after she rolls out that little short story EP, whatever the short film thing is, and says that she's been in the hospital healing. So it's the craziest story I ever heard in my life. Like, girl, so what happened? Did you have some kind of like seizure, fall, hit your head, and something
Yeah,
happened after
yeah.
you went out with Funky? And not even just him, but you went out? And why, after all this commotion, you want to drop, hey, I have an EP
Yeah, because
coming
everything
out?
feels very ill-timed
Yeah,
and
so,
ill-managed.
and like, not, when enough people start saying things, you got to start believing them. Like, this is the wrong time. And she's always been known as the mean girl.
She's been terrible at timing on a lot of things.
Gosh, I really love Tamar. I love all the Braxtons. I love
Right.
Tamar, but I know she has that. She has the reputation of being a mean girl, and you finally get friends with Funky Dineva, which you had not been friends with him for years, and then now y'all back beefing and going back and forth through the shade room.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing because people were wondering if she was okay and everything, and then we did not hear from her at all.
Yeah,
The
not
only
hearing
thing,
after
yeah,
that is
like a week.
that could be very like construed in so many different ways.
And then you have
People are
Funky
gonna take it
only,
and run with it.
yeah, because you only have Funky being able to be like, he's the last person I've seen you.
They're like, yo, this looks terrible. I
Yeah.
know this looks bad, but it wasn't me type shit. Yeah.
So I feel for Funky because he's like, girl, like you could have said something, be
You
like,
definitely could
hey,
have said something.
I'm sorry, like I've been in the hospital, but Funky had nothing to do with what happened. When
Yeah.
the time is right, I'll talk to you guys about what's going on.
Right. You don't have to explain immediately, but at least
Clear his
clarify
name,
some
'cause
things so he could
When you start talking about the D word and
be
stuff like that,
validated in his
yeah.
Yeah.
So I
That's
don't know.
tough.
I feel like that's one of those stories that's going to be going on for another week or so because she's going to have to come out and say like what
Feels very
happened.
Jussie Smollett like.
Oh my god! I know
Very
he
Jussie
he
Smollett.
had his little documentary on Netflix. I have yet to watch it.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that was a thing.
But from what I've heard, people are like, you first like believe that it could have the police could have been involved in this, and then you start being like, no, he lying. So you never come out feeling like you
have a resolution to it all.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I've only heard a few people speak up on it, and they've said the same exact thing, where it's like there is two things can be true. The police may have been involved, and it's awful, and they might have, caused a little ruckus and cutting out, I guess, film and shit like that. And he also lied, and they happened to happen at the same exact time. So
It's just I'm like you. Okay, in my contract when I'm doing a documentary, especially when you come from Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max is good at making you look like a villain.
Yeah.
You need to be like, this is supposed to clear my name up, not give more confusion. Like, what the hell?
I need access to the final cuts so
I
I
feel
can make
like
sure I
I'm
look
gonna
good.
probably end up talking about this next week. I'm gonna probably take the weekend to watch it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But a lot of people have been saying like they didn't know which way to go, which a lot of documentaries are like that, where you're like, oh, you thought you
Yeah,
knew
you
what
gotta weave a
happened,
web to make it interesting.
but damn, did you do a documentary for the to still look like you could have done orchestrated your own like
Yeah.
attack.
Right.
So I don't know. It doesn't look like it gave him any redemption from what I've been hearing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Um. Let me
What
see.
a
I think I had.
situation, bro.
Yeah. Did you ever hear about that 7-month-old Emmanuel Harrow? The little 7-month-old baby in California. The mom,
No.
Rebecca and Jack Harlow, I guess the mom said she was in changing the baby's diaper. This is in California near Riverside.
Okay.
She was in a Big Lots parking lot. This was last week.
Big Lots. Okay.
Yeah, and she was changing the baby's diaper. Behind her, somebody said "Hola." I think the lady's white, but the guy is her husband's Hispanic. But she says somebody said "Hola," and then she got attacked, hit from behind, and she woke up. The baby was missing.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So they did a press conference. You could see she had a little black eye under, like, the little bruise under her eye. She was crying, like, just bring my baby back. And the first thing everybody was saying is, like, there's no tears. And God, I hope this isn't another case of,
Yeah,
you
because we
killing
had
your baby.
yeah.
And guess what? They just charged them with murder.
No.
Yes, they just charged them with murder.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's fucking awful. Okay, I'm saying no. Let me clarify because I don't want anybody out here to be like, oh no, they changed it with murder. What are you saying no for? No, like it's horrible to know that a child's life was ended due to the mother's hands in that way.
The
Like
thing
that.
was, when they talked to the police was like, their story was too inconsistent. This happened August 14th.
So both parents were in on this?
Yes, they were both. They did a little press conference.
Motherfuck.
And I think the husband, I think he had some kind of charge prior to 2021 with like some kind of abuse on the child.
Okay.
But yeah, their story when they went to the police was too inconsistent. They didn't even do an Amber Alert. That's how much like the police was like, yeah, no. I mean, and even
This
when they
smells
first,
fishy.
yeah,
Yeah.
even when they did the press conference, in the comments when you go on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, anything, people were like, I hate to be like this, but why I feel like I do not believe this lady.
Yeah.
So they got charged recently with murder
Oh, well, good.
of a child.
Put them underneath it, please. Give them all of the time.
Recently, a couple of days ago, there was footage in Moreno Valley in California of Jack, who's the dad, him in a prison jumpsuit with the San Bernardino police officers in a field in Moreno Valley. So I'm assuming he is like, listen, I'd rather get less time, or they're going to try to pin the parents against each other, and he's going to show them the remains. Because why would he go out in the middle of a random field with the police officers?
Yeah.
If you don't know where the child is.
Plea it up. He's trying to get some type of less time. He's trying to get some type of less time for sure.
You know what sucks is that this is a thing that's been happening too often. What's gonna happen when people really are missing their kids? They really gotta get attacked and then we're gonna be like, I'm sorry, I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of the why?
Yeah.
We've seen too many instances where y'all don't get off. Y'all get caught every time. This couple, when I was looking, I was like, she looks a hot fucking mess. This looks like the dumbest fucking plea for help.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad, like I said, that the police didn't even do an Amber Alert. 7 months old.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
that is ridiculous.
I don't know if he's trying to get a lesser charge.
That's exactly what I think he's doing. That's why I mentioned that. He's trying to definitely get some less time, please something out, change some shit around. I'll give the remains, I'll give info, I'll say what I need to say. Like you said, pin him against the parents against each other type shit. Because I mean,
I think by this weekend we'll the police are not trying to say because
they don't treat you real well if they know you did something.
Oh yeah, you can't go.
You know what I'm saying? So he got either a bad ending or a worse ending. One either way it goes. You know what I'm saying?
I think the police know something. They're just not saying it. They've had a recent press conference and they feel like they're like, well, we think we know. I think they know, but they're trying to keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
They probably found the remains of that baby.
Probably.
But I think not most importantly, but it is most importantly, why? It's the why with
The
it.
why, yeah,
Why did you do
yeah.
this? I mean, besides mental health, was there an issue? Just like that one black lady who got pulled over a routine traffic stop, and they found the bodies of her like nieces or like her cousins that she was taking care of in the
Oh,
car.
yeah,
See,
that's
this is
right.
coming very close,
Yeah,
very very close to each other.
yeah. I had an uncle. I don't know what's up with him now. He's probably long gone. I don't know. But I had an uncle who was technically the same way. It was crazy. Murdered a guy. Put the head in the passenger seat of his car,
Oh
and then
my
drove.
gosh,
That was the guy he murdered. He drove his car to a bar and then like ordered a bunch of drinks and had him left it in there, and then like fell asleep at the bar and they caught him.
what an
Uh,
idiot!
yeah, it's some real wild shit. That people are crazy. That's oh
This is
god,
my
but to know
thing.
that that's a 7 month old like potato of a baby, bro.
If you
That's
can't, if you don't want to have kids, then wrap it the fuck up.
yeah. Wrap it up, dog. Or if anything, put it up for adoption, dog. If it's already here, put it up for adoption.
Yeah.
It's that would be your best choice. No attachments anymore. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You can walk away without ruining your life or that child's further.
Remember the whole Casey Anthony thing?
Oh, that
She was
bitch
probably
being
the
out in the
first
club and
person who did
shit.
it.
Yeah,
Not
that's the
the
one we
first, but like
know of.
like
Like,
yeah, a
yeah, that's
big
super prominent.
high profile case. And what's
Yeah.
her name was not let off her neck for like a decade. What's that blonde lady?
Yeah, you're fucking
She would
right.
not
What
let
was
off.
that lady's name? I know exactly what you're
You know,
talking
she was
about.
on CNN or
Fox. She was on
Fox.
Fox.
Okay,
Oh,
you know
that's
she
gonna
has a
come to me
little
later. It's
yeah.
gonna come to me later.
But it's these cases that keep coming up. They're very Casey Anthony like.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah. There's a lot of them. You're right. Damn, that's some wild shit. Why not just do the? I want to know the why. I would definitely like to know the why.
you want to talk about another one? I just feel like I got back to back shit. There was a mass, I won't say mass shooting, but school shooting
Hmm.
in the Catholic school in what is it?
Oh, wait,
Yeah, I don't think it was Minnesota, but
that's another one.
this school actually just started school on Monday, so 3 days in,
Fucking
Wednesday.
hell. Oh, you're right. This is the recent one. I watched a Fox correspondent say something I have never really heard many of them say. Because, Fox correspondents are usually the type that are like super pro 2A.
Hmm.
And yeah, there should be some things, but we can't, we need our right to bear arms for this, that, and the other. One guy he was a white dude that said this. He was like, it's always or almost always a white male who is doing these types of shootings, and we have to do something about this.
There's a lot. There's some big mental health issues with white males.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I watch a lot of. Technically, it's called, I guess, bread tube that goes over a lot of these types of topics and things, and they dig deep into the. There is a male loneliness epidemic for sure. There's a
Hmm.
male loneliness epidemic because, uh, people feel as if we can't interact with women because of the fact that there's so much Me Too shit, and you could get caught up for anything, even trying to say hi. It could be viewed and construed in a different way. And white men fall into a huge category right now of those people who are like incelly, very much ignored by society, at
Hmm.
least what they feel like, very much insecure with themselves. And not only that, now I have uh, the addition of the the interaction with women that I can't do and I don't know how to operate in. It's a lot of
Yeah.
that is now going on, and they feel like they're being like becoming the minority.
Well,
Technically,
this is the
you
thing.
are.
The shooter is a trans woman.
Mm,
So Robin Westman, formerly known as Robert Westman, age
mm.
23.
That's why he said white man.
Yeah, he should have said. He should have just said
That's what he said white man.
because MAGA's going up like they are
Oh,
like,
of
oh,
course,
they can't wait to pin this on the
of course, of
LGBTQ
course,
community.
of course.
But it was two children died and 17 injured. 14 of them were children. Um, they had shot into
Goodness.
some stainless glass window while the kids were in the pew at the church in the Catholic school.
Oh, that's fucking dark.
Yeah. third day into school and there's a school shooting.
These are the types of people that I would love to bring. I mean, we far enough in that YouTube ain't gonna strike nothing. I want to bring back like public executions for niggas like that,
Oh my God.
and people like
Well,
people
he
who
turned
do
the gun on
anything,
himself.
do the shit with. It's the easy way out. That's the pussy
Yeah,
way out.
they
You know what I'm
they
saying?
turned it on
Even the
themselves.
suicide by cop, I think is pussy. Like
Yeah, you're gonna have to stand trial, my guy,
you
my
stand
girl, my
trial.
guy,
You know what I'm
whichever
saying?
one.
Give us the justice we deserve for you going in and ruining sanctity. That is what we see as children. You know what I'm
What
saying?
do
Or
you
what we
think we
should see
need
as
to
children.
do to prevent or try to prevent all these school shootings that we have? U.S. is like the highest
We aren't
ranking
number
in
one. There's
school.
not
Yeah,
like we are number one.
yeah,
And that number one in that is great. We used to be number one everywhere else, but that fucking wonderful.
yeah. It's sick. It's scary. People don't want to come here.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Um we need extensive levels of background checks and we need repeat ones. The same way that we have to go in and renew licenses for
Hmm.
fucking driving 2-ton vehicles on the road that could also fucking kill people.
Yeah.
We need to do the same shit across the board federally. If you own anything, you got to come in every 3 to 4 years. All right, do a few tests. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We run your gun and serial, make sure everything's the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should pay maybe a few taxes. I believe in this type of shit because that tax money that we are paying into to keep our guns in our homes for our two-way rights could go to some of these fucking schools
Yeah.
in some of these impoverished areas in some of these public areas that could be better reformed.
Yeah. That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? That's what we really should be doing. That stuff is important. I would not mind paying extra money for having my gun that I have and I love, right? And going and taking a test every few fucking years to make sure I'm not slipping into some fucking weird case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put some polygraph shit in there. Make sure niggas ain't lying about shit because people,
Check their social media.
I poked holes in scantrons and all shit all day. Like
Hmm.
you can fake anything. Check social media,
Hmm.
background check, all that bullshit. See what's been going on recently. You know what I'm saying? Like psychoanalyze these fucking people.
I think also in the schools itself, like even with our son's school, it's actually like locked down.
Yeah, it's nice.
So
That's nice.
you can maybe get through the first double doors.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, if you do have like a gun, you can just shoot through
Of
windows.
course, yeah. Depending on the
Um,
round.
I just hope they do a lot more training when it comes to school shootings. I know like teachers who've been around for decades are probably like, this is like probably something they're not used to.
Yeah.
Imagine you have that 70, 80-year-old teacher
Yeah.
who's been around for so long and now they
Yeah.
have to do like these safety,
Mm-hmm.
trainings. I think we
Mm-hmm.
need to do more of those in the schools. And let's think about those inner city schools, especially on the East Coast where they have like the metal detectors.
I
Like
said impoverished areas.
those never get school shootings. If I be honest, those are the ones who don't really be having the school shootings.
Yeah.
As much as people hate, like we don't want to make it feel like it's a prison, but if we're not preventing the school shootings, this is an option.
I understand not wanting to make it feel like a
But
prison,
what can
but
you
if we
do?
already have those tools available and we don't see those types of schools getting handled that way, maybe we implement that as we implement certain other systems to make this shit so we stop it now and it does not happen anymore.
Yeah, and that also takes away from people trying to do drugs in schools,
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
do
saying?
vapes, things like that.
That's a lot to be concerned about. And again, I've mentioned it plenty of times on this podcast. If I had a list of things that my taxes could pay for,
Oh
and
man, yeah,
I
you could
would
check
write
off
this
your
type of
stuff.
shit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or check
Hmm.
that box because that is important to me. That shit is very important to me. I can give a fuck about all the other bullshit that they're doing right now, and building walls and all the shit that we're in chaos with. Hey, can we, try to get all of our schools safe and get some
Pay our
more,
teachers more
pay, yeah.
because
And
they're going in
I'm
the
okay
line of
with having
fire.
police force. Let's give them more money and give them better training so they can handle all these types of situations in the way they should be handled.
Yeah,
And you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do the right shit by the people. And they're
I feel
clearly
like
not.
every school should have one or two cops
I think so
like
too.
patrolling all day.
Especially now, because like as you mentioned, there's a generation of teachers who are on their way out
Yeah,
or who have already retired, who never had this type of experience.
Yeah.
And now all of the teachers that we have now, new generation teachers who in our age range and younger, are aware that this stuff happens, and it's veritably speaking, it's a fucking common occurrence.
Yeah, because remember the first school shooting I ever heard about was Columbine.
Yes, exactly.
And then I bet, like, so those teachers who are on their way out, they have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And it's probably in the beginning of their,
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is kind of few and far in between. As the years went by, it was like, you're getting scared to become a teacher. A, you guys don't pay us enough.
Yeah.
And then B, you want us to protect them
Yeah.
and then potentially die
Mm-hmm.
trying to protect my students, which, I mean, is honorable. But we shouldn't have to deal with that. We should have our tax dollars should be paying for some security of such the 8 hours that the school is open.
We need as a society to get further into it. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. God, that's fucking maddening, dude. That makes me so angry. Yeah. I watched a Uvalde documentary like a week or two ago, the shooting that happened in Texas, and when I say the amount of I was bewildered as I watched that the like so many people just and so many mistakes and the lack of communication. It was like my first police training in plain view, and we just gonna continue to have these types of fucking cycles if we don't just really rally the fuck together. Look, dude, we're the only country that likes guns as much as we fucking do. We get it, and we can protect ourselves, but we gotta protect ourselves from ourselves, and that's fucking sad.
Yeah, a part of me wishes we were like other countries where like guns are illegal. Like we look at like these like UK movies and stuff. There's always they have like these machetes and stuff like that.
I would much rather not be chased down the street with machetes and knives and shit. I'm cool with my guns.
No,
they're tools. I'm cool with the because they're never been a toy. In my kids know that. I could say it. They'll finish the sentence for me. Well, it is a gun. It is a tool, not a toy. They will always say that shit. And like having that mindset is good to have at an early age and to understand these things, because I mean, we all know that they're weapons and they can be used for harm, but we shouldn't want to be harming each other.
Yeah,
we should want to be able to congregate and come together and build together with these types of things and find a fucking line, because I'm tired of seeing kids get killed and kids get all this bullshit and nobody's doing anything about it. Like we're trying to sweep it under the rug or some shit. Yeah.
I wonder if they had some kind of connection to the school, like maybe when, because there's always this angle of like this bullying, but it's like if this is like an elementary, know, or and you're 23.
That was when,
like these are not. You ain't like you hunting down the people who bullied you.
There was
what do we think it is?
It might have been earlier this year. I can't remember because I know we've had a few this year already. But it might have been earlier this year or last year. There was another. That might have been another trans individual also who went into an elementary school.
But it's like for what? You're not in elementary. Like those kids that maybe if that was the case of bullying, that's not them. Unless you hated the teacher.
It just makes me so angry. It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stuff pisses me off. I mean, not trying to make light of the situation. Me and the buddies were playing Ready or Not, and if you're a gamer, you know the type of game Ready or Not is. It's essentially a police simulator. And you play as SWAT, and you go in on like high stakes like missions or whatever you want to call them, right? Or operations rather. And there is one that is a school shooter, and it is terrifying because the vibe of everything is so different for that one mission, and again, you can learn so many things about video games, and you can just feel the emotion that the devs put and everybody put behind it. It's the only level. It's called Elephant, based off Elephant in the Room. Elephant is also a movie that is based off a school shooting, this Columbine school shooting. So they kind of pulled and extracted those things and put it into this level. It's genius work. And in the game, it's the level Elephant is the only one without music, without any background music or anything, and it's the only one that they're like, go live. most of the game, you're trying to literally detain people. You don't even want to fire a shot. So you're telling the whole game is get down, get on the ground now,
Yeah.
and that's it. Most of the time, if you're lucky, you can get it. If not, but this is the only one they're like put them down, and it feels vindicating when you get the chance to do it. But it's terrifying because there's a level of simulation and realness that comes with it, and the anxiety and the adrenaline that I was feeling when I was playing it. I was like, wow, I can only imagine what they do in those real situations.
It's scary because
I'm hearing the shots and people die in my game, and I was affected by it.
Yeah,
it's just
scary.
It's a different situation, man. We got to do better. We got to do fucking better. Sorry.
I'm telling you, something happened in my because remember in Texas.
Oh, I'll burn the world down.
Yeah, you know how they had the parents sitting outside and you could just I wouldn't burn the world down. I'm hopping over gates.
Yeah, I would
have to put me down.
You gonna have to put me down
because if you ain't doing nothing, kids. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah,
I'm a Rambo. That bitch.
I'm not gonna have that type of situation, and I don't want to disparage any of the loss out there, but yeah, do your business and handle your jobs better, man.
Yeah, but it's one of those things too. You just got to be able to put the money where it's supposed to go. Teachers, schools,
and
police
not
officers,
Trump's wallet,
training for all this. Yeah, you know what? They had that psychic who said that something was gonna happen to him on August 24th. Hello, what happened? We passed August 24th. What happened?
Speaking of him, have you seen all the memes with the bruises
and
shit on his hand and all? There's so many doctors and all these
other people.
There's also internet doctors who are like, that's congenital health or heart failure and all this other bullshit.
On the hand?
Yeah, well, I mean, they'll show in bruises because you start to bleed. Right, and
can you see? You dilate suit on
and all these things. You dilate, so he can have bruises everywhere. We don't know.
I was gonna say he's always had a suit on every every picture. Yeah. So all we saw was that little mark on his hand.
Who knows? I think I mean you ain't supposed to say it, but I wouldn't be mad if anything happened.
But then it's like okay, but there's the thing. It's one of those things almost like Handmaid's Tale. Did we have to deal with JD Vance?
I mean, I want to get that whole corrupt cabinet out of there. This is one of the times where I think we as a country should unify and do the right type of January 6th. You know what I mean? Like, this is because it very much feels like we're on the precipice of another type of civil war with this.
No, I ain't saying that. There was this lady who I think she went on her, I don't know, she went on her Facebook Live or something, saying what she was gonna do to the president, and then they arrested her.
Yeah,
I said, wowzers.
He signed an executive order essentially saying that we can't burn flags in our country, which is one of it is part of I believe the 10th Amendment, if I'm not mistaken, that or whatever. But it's part of our freedom of speech. We can burn our own flag in our country, and there's nothing anybody can say about it.
We worried about some damn cloth on the pole.
A veteran went out to federal land. Essentially, he was out in D.C. and he in protest burned a flag. He is a veteran for I forgot, I think 10 to 15 years or something, some shit like that.
Damn,
or a little older. He's an older dude and he burned a flag. I respect it when the military dudes especially do it.
They don't, because they usually are.
I put my life on the line, and I might have my grandfather might have fought and shit like that. You're ruining shit. Fuck you. You know what I mean? It feels different when the military people get into it in the vibe, and I like that shit.
Because usually they're like, we're here about the president. They stand 10 toes down. So when you see them now, you're like, oh,
yeah, you fucking up. And for him, but they arrested him for that, and then to sign an executive order essentially saying that you'll be arrested. Like, this shit is a fucking reality show. It
is, and I don't want to be a part of it.
So it's all distractions. Him doing any of the National Guard stuff, right? Because he sent the National Guard out to DC. They flooded the streets, right? Apparently. Now, there's been a lot of people on ground in DC saying it's not the National Guard that got sent. It's the FBI that's getting used and rounding up folks, and a lot of people, and they're just being militarized. Essentially, he is trying to call upon the National Guard to get fully used and go to different states, but it's not that. And these are from DC citizens.
I ain't ever seen the National Guard call so much in my life.
Man,
National Guard usually they just some retirees. They usually stay at home, don't get called too much. I'm making this up, but goddamn that they've been having a job lately. Ever since Trump's been in office, first term, second term, I'm like, National Guard.
Did he ever call the National Guard for the flood that happened in Texas not too long ago? Did we
People
ever get
don't
that
know.
like
I
taken
don't
care of
even
before we
think so. But
figured out?
did we ever find out about them Epstein files? Because I think we
Yeah.
sweeping that under the rug
That's what I'm
too.
saying. All of this is a complete and utter distraction. I feel like the Epstein file stuff has not gone down. Like people are still riled up about it, and we know that a lot of these motherfuckers in the cabinet
Hmm.
and all these different places are like his entire administration are covering all of this stuff up. We know it now, and so many more people believe it, and now there so many more people have now understood the impact of the tariffs because now tariffs are really hitting people now. So everything combined, he's starting to set like pieces where he can't like he doesn't have to give up his presidential power. It's been changing the White House into something that's so gold and gaudy and hanging pictures of himself
Well,
everywhere,
he from
even
New
up in
York.
the Smithsonian.
He an
Like
old school New York guy. They be doing that. They be real gaudy.
no,
Taking Obama's picture
this
and
is
Bush's
along the
picture
lines
out.
of the fewer. We're talking about like the H word here. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about him. You know, with the mustache, the funny little mustache. That guy. He's doing authoritarianistic things
That's very similar.
exactly like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. This is you start with the level of disinformation and you put stories and propaganda and do
That's how
this
it
and you
starts.
round up people. He's taking like this shit from the Mein Kampf fucking playbook at this
Yeah.
fucking point. So I mean, right now, I really truly just need that heart thing and the bruise to be something real. I want it to be something
But like I
unique.
said, could you deal with JD Vance?
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. None of that
You
fucking
can't get
matters
rid of
because
if
we're
you
gonna
get
get
this
the
one. You can't.
we're gonna get him out of there either way too. Like everybody's being so affected, nobody will be settled until that entire administration's out of the
That's
buildings.
true.
Nobody will be because he's placed people everywhere. You now have to get everything he got out,
That's true.
and I think the
Disinfect.
American people see it.
Oh yeah, I think I can only hope because they have everyone has surprised the
JD
hell
Vance
out of
is
me.
a fucking peon. Nobody's worried about him. That's why he
Yeah,
looks like he does on South Park.
I
Nobody
really
fucking
see
gives
they
a
do.
fuck. Nobody cares about JD Vance.
I will see in another 3 years what things look like. It's been a
Could
hell
be
of a
early.
year. It's been a hell of a year.
Well,
We going into year 9. I mean, month 9.
yeah.
Month
It feels
9.
like year 9.
Yeah,
It
that's
feels
what.
like
Yeah,
year 9.
definitely
Yeah.
going by fast. And he's like, oh, we still got a couple more years ago. God damn.
Yeah.
By the time he get done, he'll be able to do a third term.
That's what
Messing
he's planning
around,
to
I
do.
know.
I'm saying he's setting up his line, man. He's setting up his
Yeah,
line.
this was like genius, if I'm being honest. Like you said everything you want to do, they followed you, and now you're like, before you guys are not getting me out. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this, because I've learned from the first time.
Yeah.
Now I know what to do.
Exactly.
First time was a little test run.
That's
Now
exactly
you
what
know
it was.
exactly, and it's genius.
Man, I wonder how many people said wish they really truly read the Project 2025 thing. I bet you really do now. I bet
All
you
those MAGA
really do
supporters,
now.
they're just more of like terms and conditions. Yeah, okay, sign.
Yeah.
They are those type of people.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are definitely those types of you are a terms and conditions type of nigga, aren't you?
Yeah. Did you see the whole Little Nas X thing? How he got arrested last week?
Yeah. What was that about?
I just know like he was in Studio City, like he wasn't completely naked. I saw he had like underwear on, but he was like walking the streets of Studio City, like singing Monster by Nicki Minaj, and the police pulled him over, and he did battery on the officer. So he has like 4 counts of
Oh shit.
felony battery or something like that.
Yikes.
And
Is he?
then supposedly they had took him to the hospital for maybe accidental overdose. And then this week he was able to bail out. 75K was his bail.
Is he going through something? Because didn't he have something maybe a few months ago where he couldn't move like the right side of his fucking face or some
Yeah,
shit?
right. Maybe
It was like right or left something. He was like, "This is me doing a full smile," and like his face was like almost Bell's palsy like.
I don't know. You know what? Sometimes people get to a point where you're supposed to be the next big thing, and they just can't handle it, and things start happening. Mental health. When was the last time we heard a really good record from Lil Nas X? I just been hearing BS.
That's fair.
But he was like, it was terrifying. It was like the last 4 days were terrifying. What's going on? I thought it was mental health.
Maybe,
You
or
know,
drug
there's
use,
something
if
in the water.
it could be. Something's going on, man. A lot of,
Yeah.
I did have a small theory, and me and the boys talk about music and all that other shit in our Discord, so this
Hmm.
kind of like coincides with a lot of stuff we've been talking about. But like I've like noticing a lot of the people who have like who had like a very meteoric rise
Yeah.
go through super changes over the Corona period, right? And
Yeah.
recovering and changing, and now not knowing how to deal with that, because like Doja Cat comes to mind, and like now Lil Nas X comes to mind, and um oh, I can't think of the name now, but there was a few other people that we were discussing, and I'm like thinking to myself, like, so many of these studios and like execs and shit like invest in these people, but
Hmm.
it's just because of a shitty little number on some platform that was like you got this many eyes or views or impressions or whatever the fuck it's
And when you
called.
get
You know
put
what
in
I'm
that
saying?
machine, it's hard. Like,
They
you
just put
make
in a
or
meat
break.
grinder
Yeah.
essentially. You know what I mean? And I think maybe he's going through something like that. Like he's out of the meat grinder now,
Yeah.
and now he kind of is picking himself up, and
Yeah.
it sounds like a lot of self medication in my eyes. That's
Maybe.
what it sounds like. But I mean, I could be wrong. I do wish him the best. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
dealing with that pressure, because like, I mean, we just got a single from what Cardi's newest shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
a lot of people saying it didn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? She waited 8 years to make something. You know what I'm saying? And he hasn't made anything in a long time as far as that slaps as big as his biggest hit. And that might be something hard to like kind
Cope
of
with.
deal with. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Cope with, exactly.
You're not the big fish on top. I think before COVID, you had people who were on the rise. During COVID, people were at the top, and
Yeah.
then after, it's like, people are learning like, yeah, we're not gonna be allowing you to do these TikTok songs anymore.
Hmm.
Because remember, that was kind of like Justin Bieber's wave. Like, he, of course, was big before COVID, and then he learned the trick of, let's do TikTok songs, because that was something that was really popular. And then he has mental health issues too.
Hmm.
It's just
Justin
these
Bieber
big
is one of them.
stars
That's the one I was thinking
that's,
of.
yeah. I can't pinpoint it, but I just know that they're big, and then they're on top, and then they're not.
Hmm.
And it has something to do probably with the pressures of coping with being a celebrity
Yeah.
and the pressures of the labels.
It's how nobody is. I think you're right, and it made me have the thought that nobody's okay with just being the one hit wonder anymore.
I don't even know. Nobody wants to be a one hit wonder.
Yeah,
Not
but
really.
like, I mean, the
Justin
Mambo
Bieber
number
not one.
5 nigga can eat for the rest of his life. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's one of those things when you get fame. Fame
Yeah,
is a very,
yeah. The fame is the addiction part.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's an addiction when it comes to fame. No
yeah,
one who will want to only be known for like a year, and that's it. Once people know your name, there's a high that comes with
yeah.
that.
I suppose
And
so.
I mean, Lil Nas X, these people that you've mentioned, and even me naming Justin Bieber, those are not one hit wonders. But it's one of those things where they pressure you, like, you were on top and you started this style of music,
Yeah,
or you had this hairdo. And I've noticed people like him, Miley Cyrus, where they're like, I don't want to do this anymore, and you start cutting your hair off.
yeah. They
You
have
start doing
that
certain things
natural
that
born crash out, and you'd be like, oh, you're on the opposite side of the
Britney
meat grinder.
Spears, you do
Yeah,
too much to them too fast.
yeah.
They
That
put the
meteoric
pressure,
rise.
yeah.
Exactly.
And people thought, I don't even necessarily think Britney Spears had mental health when she cut her hair off. I think it was like a stand of like, I'm not doing this anymore. And the best thing how I can get y'all to not make me do this is by cutting my
Hmm.
hair off.
That's interesting because now
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, and now because it's a whole nother climate, and we are now a lot more of the mental health is not just like a thing where somebody might have downs or some shit. No, this is a thing called, like, anxiety and all these other
I
things.
think it's one,
You're
yeah.
right. It looks more like a stand. It's just the tabloids and the media made her seem
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
think after, when you start getting into the conservatorship, deep into it, then you start having mental health because you're isolated. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah,
do
yeah,
what
yeah.
you want to do.
Yeah.
People have this perception about you.
Yeah.
That's where mental health comes into play. But I think there's a stand that's taken, and they know that when you quote unquote take a stand, then that's the first instinct of people saying there's mental health. It's not mental health. They won't let me be me, so now I'm gonna have to make them be me. That's just like Bernadette from Waiting to Exhale. You want to cut my hair? Fuck it, I'll do it myself. And I'm gonna make you have to deal with this version of me that I've been trying to show you guys. Kind of like with Pink. Remember when L.A. Reid just wanted her to be
Hip
like
hop
pop,
and yeah,
and she was like, "No, this is not me."
yeah,
R&B. She's like, she went
yeah,
towards a more pop and like
yeah,
rock era. Sometimes
yeah.
you got to take a stand, and sometimes it's perceived well, and sometimes people want to say it's mental health.
Yeah. those things do. Yeah, I guess that's what we're seeing live. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they're not ones that have the one hit wonders, but people we've seen so many artists nowadays crash and burn from SoundCloud peoples to whatever.
People don't tend
It's
to have
different
this
stuff.
longevity like the Ushers, the
Yeah,
Chris
and those one hit wonder
Browns,
dudes who do have the
Beyonces.
longevity. You mean what I mean? It's just it's interesting that nobody falls for like just wanting to have the one and be
Nobody wants
good,
that.
or you have to consistently just. It's such a competition, and you have to
And
stay
in the
in the
industry
trending.
though, you get this point where you're like authentically yourself and you're at a pace you want to go. Somebody big snatches you up and makes you rush it. You know that by being in the damn
Gaming
video game
industry,
industry.
yeah,
You're doing something great the
yeah,
first round, and
yeah.
then they want to
The
throw money at
publisher gets
you.
or
We want
involved,
to
and
rush it. We want it to look like this, and then
yeah,
you fuck your second project.
yeah,
Always, it's always
yeah.
that sophomore fatigue.
No, yeah,
Always happens.
yeah. That's true.
So it's all about having the right team around you, and not people who are gonna stroke your ego. And people are like, no, go ahead and take that chance. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, fuck it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
That's fair.
did you have anything you wanted to contribute to trending topics?
Oh no, I don't think I did. I gushed about Trump enough. I feel
Yeah.
like, yeah, that was the biggest thing for me, y'all.
Okay, so no last words of wisdom.
No, we got to do better. That's the biggest one. We got to do fucking better,
We say this
yo.
all
What
the
is
time. It's a
happening?
broken record.
Yo, like 9 months in, and it feels like 9 years. This is crazy, big dog.
I know it was a little Freudian slip, but
Holy
yeah.
shit! No, but it was a bar. To be honest, that's what I heard. It was a bar, like for real. But y'all stay safe, man. Take
Now
care of yourselves.
remember, you guys, we drop our new episodes every Friday on all streaming platforms, and we're on YouTube at Ideally Though Pod. So like, subscribe, hit the bell button,
Share them shits.
and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah.
Ooh, when you're editing.